Why am I still at my parents' house? Because I'm retarded. Why am I retarded? So when I was learning software development so that I could move out, because I wanted to make a bunch of money and just get the fuck out. I stopped making art. My only goal was moving out of my parents' house. And I gave up everything else just to focus solely on that goal. My mom would come to me like, what the I would literally leave the house and go to a shared office space every single day, and she would be like, well, when are you gonna move out? She doesn't do that to me anymore. It's only when she saw me putting in an effort to get a good job and a good career that she started bitching at me daily, trying to demean me and dehumanize me and demoralize me. And then eventually, maybe it worked because I gave up on that, and now I'm just focusing on the art again, and now she doesn't give me shit. My dad had a panic attack recently. I had a Tinder date, I brought her over, and our dog started barking. So I just got the dog to shut up, and when I went to check on my dad, he was healing over. I wasn't sure if he was having a stroke or if he was having a heart attack. Told my date, just hang out here, I'm gonna go check on my dad. I made sure he's okay. I got him tucked in with a blanket on his recliner. Then my mom got home, and when I was leaving to bring my date home, I asked her, Dad had a panic attack, did you hear about this? She's like, yeah, and it's your fault, and we're gonna talk about this when you get home. I mean, I'm so good at just pushing it out of my mind. That's why it's hard to talk about this, because on the drive home, I completely forgot about it. I don't want to live in her fucking fucked up narcissist fantasy world, and my desire and my force to not live in that world means I just forget everything, and I just become stupid and ignorant, and it freezes me. So when I get back, first I ask my dad, how are you doing? Good. No, and he's just shrugging me off, and that's because he knows my mom is listening. I can tell he feels guilty that he had a panic attack. He feels guilty for everything. That's how both of us are made to feel. Even the dog. I get upstairs, have a seat. And by the way, where are those ice pops?
Where's my fucking ice pops?
Take a seat. When you have to drive to work and you make sure that it's always on the schedule, because if it's not, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. And even if it is on this schedule that you put on the fucking fridge, I'm gonna freak the fuck out if you inconvenience me at all. And really, she had nothing to say. Really, she was just all these little petty things. But it's petty things. She just wants to fucking destroy my brain. She wants to crush me and put me under her fucking foot. And that's why I'm still at my parents' house, because I have a broken brain and I'm fucking retarded. And I'm trying to get out. I am dead set on that now. And I can't ignore it anymore. And not ignoring it means that I'm going to be in a world of hurt, because ignoring it is the way that I get by. So I told her, the way you're treating me now is the way you've treated me for my whole life. I don't deserve anything that you're giving me, and I'm a freeloader. When I was a kid, it was that you're the mom and my feelings don't matter. I absorb all of her bullshit. It's one-way intimacy. You've parentified me, and I'm not allowed to talk about, you don't give a shit about how I feel at all. And she said, that's because you'll just fucking argue. And it's like, yeah, it's a conflict, and you are unable to have a conflict, and you just crush me and crush me and crush me. And if I have any presence, if my emotions exist at all to you, this is why I hide from you. This is why I am unable to conceptualize leaving the fucking nest. You've broken my brain. You've made me retarded. You've turned me into fucking Mr. Girl. Okay? I don't know how the fuck he got out. His parents fucking gave him money to get the fuck out. My parents didn't give me shit. I bought my own car, and then it burst into flames. And so during this conflict, my mom, she tells me that, by the way, you're such an inconvenience with the car. I'm not going to let you use your dad's car anymore. I'm going to make you Uber to work. The things that she wants to do just to hurt me, just to fuck with me, or just make my life worse, will make it harder for me to move out. Anytime she feigns to help is all a fucking farce. Me and my dad, especially my dad, exist to take care of her like she's a fucking little princess, and any inconvenience against her is the end of the world. But she sure as hell doesn't think it's wrong to cause me any inconveniences. I left to leave for work at 6 in the morning. She'll trap me in, and asking to get a fucking ride or drive the fucking cars is putting me at risk. So I just put up with whatever they fucking give me. She hoards all the healthy food and gives me garbage, and no matter how much I tell her I don't want fucking candy and I don't want to eat this trash, I don't want to eat tons of bread, that's what I get. And I pay them for groceries. Anything about me, anything I care about, anything about my feelings or about me really doesn't ever get remembered. But I have to remember everything about her at all times and walk on fucking eggshells all the time for my whole childhood when I was fucking 5 years old. She stole my hot sauce. She threw it away to get revenge on me because I ate fucking blueberries. She'll put me in this situation where I don't have much food and I'm hungry and I'm depressed, so I'm eating more, and she doesn't give a fuck about that. But it's just, hey, you fucking piece of shit. Did you enjoy those fucking blueberries? Now, throwing away my hot sauce, I'm more likely to eat her food because I rely on hot sauce to eat all the fucking trash that I have around because I can't fucking stomach it otherwise. I was always locked in the house. I didn't have that many friends, and a big part of that was her. And I remember her telling me, where's all your friends? How come you don't have any friends around here? I'm the best friend that you'll ever have, and you don't even fucking know it. And she said that out of spite because I was angry at her. She said that to get at me and hurt me. My mom says that I cannot use the car anymore for whatever fucking reason, and it's just gonna fuck my life up and make everything harder for me. My dad immediately says, no, you can use the car, just make sure it's on the calendar, because he always knows what she's doing is fucked up and abusive, and he gets mad at me for fighting back because he knows it'll make her worse. So he's like, just give in, just let her fucking abuse you. He feels guilty for having a fucking panic attack, and he's angry at me for standing up for myself. You want to be in some fucking e-girls chat? If you marry that e-girl and you have a kid, you're gonna make a fucking household like mine. Hi. My mom threatened to evict me, and she's been doing that ever since I turned 18. To scare me and freak me the fuck out and make me, because it's the only way that she can really get in my head. All she can do is really scare me. Food, like resources, shelter. When I was a teenager, she told me that I needed to get a job, and she locked me out of the house while she was at work all day. I just went into the woods with a drawing pad and I drew shit in the woods. And then I came back, and that was that. She wants to take ownership of anything I do. There is no room for me to exist, so how am I supposed to exist enough to move out? And it's why I latch on to people, because I need some narcissist to take fucking control over my life and tell me what to do. And I have to figure out how to do it for myself, and I never learned that growing up. And my dad never had a spine enough to do that for me. He wanted me to give up and just let it happen. And I basically become my dad, or become pathetic. My dad loves backgammon. I could tell, I could see the joy in his eyes, and he's like, I want to show you how to play backgammon, son. So him and my mom started playing. They're trying to relearn how to play on the spot. And my dad's just, rolling with the punches, but every time he makes a mistake or messes up, she screams at him, no, you're doing it wrong. And then she would mess up and she would fuck up. He was afraid to point it out every single time. He would never. But I would point it out, hey, you actually were moving in the wrong direction. Actually, you are not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do this. And she'd be like, no, I didn't. No, I'm not. And that's how she is. Like, she's just so selective with what the reality is happening around her. That is why my dad is so broken and pathetic. He doesn't even exist anymore. He just lives to take care of her. He had trouble with women, apparently. And he definitely settled on my mom. He was just happy to have someone. He's literally gonna die from anxiety. He's gonna have a stroke or something, but the dog barking puts him into a state where he's crippled and unable to move, unable to walk up the stairs. I'm trying to show my concern for him, but because my mom can hear, he's unwilling to tell me how he's feeling, even though he wants to. So when my dad found out that how much money I'm spending on gas for him, silently he's been filling it up because he actually does care about me. He just can't express it. He can't actually be there for me in any way. It's really it reminds me of yeah, forget about that. Alright. Why didn't you get anything for your father? Any little thing she can use as a cudgel. Fucking over and over and over. Any fucking. That's why I hide from her. That's why I haven't moved out, because I'm frozen. I've created a universe that I can go into my world and go into my universe. And now I've learned how to care about myself and love myself, but only because I'm seeing myself from the outside. And so now I have to fucking move out. For you. I have to move out so that I can do it and you can see me do it. Because what kind of loser would I be if I fucking stayed in that shit? You can't look up to me if I fucking stay in that shit.